Hey guys, it's Pranav, and in this video I'm going to talk about process and also how to differentiate between two different processes. So this discussion is mainly limited to ARM or the processor which is found on your mobile phones. So with that out of the way, let's get right into the topic. So in order to determine what kind of processor you're getting, the first thing you have to do is identify the CPU clusters. You usually get two CPU clusters, a power saving cluster and a power hungry cluster. Power saving cluster focuses on the background task, and power hungry cluster focuses on the demanding task. So for example, if you are running a game and you're also listening to music, games are usually demanding tasks. So demanding tasks are taken care by demanding or power hungry cores. So in the background, you're also listening to music. The music streaming service is taken care by the power saving cluster. So yeah, that's how two different clusters work together. And in order to differentiate between two different processes, now you don't need to worry about the power saving cluster. They don't really determine much about the processor. The main thing you have to worry about is the power hungry cluster. Here we have the ARM Cortex A76 as the power hungry cluster. Now, the higher the number of this is, the more better the core is. So, for example, you're comparing ARM Cortex A55 to ARM Cortex A76. ARM Cortex A76 is definitely more better than ARM Cortex A55 because the number is higher. The reason why this is apples to apples comparison is because ARM is the only core designer for mobile chipsets. So the naming scheme is pretty straightforward. The higher the number is, the more powerful the core is gonna be. Now this is one way to differentiate between two different processors or to determine what kind of processor you're getting. The other way is to benchmark. So we have two different benchmarks here, namely Antutu and Geekbench. Geekbench mainly focuses on the CPU side of things, and Antutu focuses on the whole processor, the GPU, CPU, and all the stuff. So, if, for example, you want to compare two different processors. So, let's say, for example, Snapdragon 865 and Snapdragon 855. You can only compare these two processors from the same benchmark. For example, you're comparing a Snapdragon 865 to Snapdragon 855. You can either compare these two with Antutu, or you can either compare these two with Geekbench. You can't compare one with Antutu and one on Geekbench. That wouldn't be fair, and that wouldn't be apples to apples comparison. That wouldn't make sense at all. So yeah, these are the two ways uh, or differentiate between two different processes. So if you like this video, please subscribe to this channel. That will be phenomenal. And also like this video if you liked it, and dislike the video if you didn't like it, and also share the video. Thank you guys. Thank you for listening.